Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the second essay, that is Work Brings Solace, written by APJ Abdul Kalam. Now I hope you all must be aware about this great personality APJ Abdul Kalam, who he was and what he did during his lifetime. So that's why we all remember him even after his death. He is he is an unforgettable personality that we can never forget him, because he has done so much great work that is very useful. He has took some great initiatives that are helping us even today. So now if we talk about the personality of Abdul Kalam, the great thing about him was that he has a very great faith in our youth, because as you all know that most of our population belongs to 20 to 30 years old. This is the gap where most of the population lies. So he has a strong belief that if our youth got a right direction, if our youth starts to move in a right direction, then our nation, our India can touch any of the highest peaks in the world. So he always wanted to, or he always encouraged our youth. He focused on the youth so that they can work in a particular direction, so that they can have some or such big dreams in their lives which they can follow and achieve whatever they want to in their lives and can be successful in their life. So as the title suggests, work brings solace. What is solace? Solace is a satisfaction. Satisfaction, santushti. Work brings solace, the satisfaction which we can have only after completing our work that is in our hand at particular moment. You all know that if we are doing something and we are trying very hard to complete that thing, and when the moment we complete the thing in a very good manner, then we achieve, or then we have some kind of pleasure or internal bliss. That is a solace, that is a satisfaction that we achieve as a reward after completing the work that is in our hand. So through this essay, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is trying to tell us how we can achieve this satisfaction, how we can keep ourselves doing the things that we want to do in our life. So in this essay, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is having conversation with another great personality, that is Werner von Braun, the another great personality who has done so much work in the field of astronomy. He has also invented so many missiles that helped in the wars and another areas. When Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was heading towards its satellite launch vehicle 3, then he got an opportunity to meet this great personality, and then they had a very qualitative conversation with each other throughout their journey, which can help, or which has the potential to encourage or inspire our youth to move forward, to have a vision, to not afraid from the failures, as failures also has a potential to teach us in so many ways which can help us grow upwards. So their conversation is very important in this essay. So one of the very few things that they discussed throughout their journey was that Werner von Braun tells Abdul Kalam about the failures, that we should not afraid from the failures, as failures also teach us. If we don't stop doing or trying that thing, we also learn new things and we grow in a very drastic manner, as let me read out the lines that he says regarding the successes versus failures. As he says that SLV3 is a genuine Indian design and you may be having your own troubles. You can face some troubles throughout this mission SLV3, as this was a great mission. But you should always remember that one doesn't just build on successes but also on failures. The people who develop, they don't always go through the successes, they also face the failures. But what do? They overcome their failures, they work hard next time, and then they move to the next step. This is where our development lies. So this is the thing that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is trying to tell us through this essay by inciting this conversation, by inciting their conversation with Werner von Braun. And the second thing that he discusses in this essay is that vision, that if we are doing something, then we must have the vision, we must have the point where we want to see ourselves. Here he gives example of building a rock wall. Suppose we have to build a rock wall. Some people, the people who don't have any vision, what will they do? They will put one rock over the another and then over the another, if they don't have any vision. But the person with a vision will create something out of that building blocks. They will not just build the walls of that rocks, but they will come out with a better idea. So this is the thing that Werner von Braun told Abdul Kalam, that if you are doing something then you must have a vision, कि जिसके अकॉर्डिंग हम मतलब फ्यूचर देख सके, फ्यूचर में हमने करना क्या है, वेयर वी वांट टू सी आवरसेल्व्स इन द फ्यूचर, that comes with the vision. Don't do the things blindly, that if you are just putting one rock over the another and then over the another, but we will get only the walls. But if we have the vision, then we can come up with a beautiful house or any another thing or beautiful architecture. This comes with the vision. And next in this essay he talks about the term workaholic. As Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, during their project SLV3, they were working very hard, even they were working 100 hours in a week. So many people called them or christened them with the euphemism workaholic, that you got mad with your work. But then he says that he justifies the point that if I am workaholic, there is only one reason, that this work that which I am doing makes me happy, the work which I am doing 100 hours or more than that in a week, that gives me that provides me a happiness, internal bliss, आत्मिक खुशी मिलती है मुझे. That's why I am doing this work. I am not doing this thing only for the sake of money. That's why he justifies the idea behind the workaholic, that I should not be called workaholic because that comes under the negative sense, that is kind of negative word, that workaholic, the people are workaholic, they are doing work, they are giving up their life just for the sake of money. But in case of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and their team, this was not the case. They were doing the work because they were getting pleasure out of it. So this is the thing that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam discusses in this essay. And the next thing he talks about is flow. The very important concept that has been discussed in this essay, that if we are doing something, there must be flow, that our one step must be connected to the second step and then third step and then fourth step, that keeps us going on and on. That suppose if we have a bigger work to achieve, bigger task to achieve, then what we will do, we will just break it off in small parts, and then our first action leads to the second one, and second one leads to the third one, and then to the fourth one, and at last we will be able to complete or accomplish our task. In this way, if we have the flow of a workflow in our action, then we can achieve, then at one time we will obviously reach at the point where we want to see ourselves. We will be able to complete our task within a time gap somehow or anyhow. So these are the things that through this essay, through their conversation, APJ Abdul Kalam is trying to tell us, so that a youth of our India, youth of our nation can get inspiration from that because as you have also experienced so many failures in your life, and you must get depressed or sad for that failure, that yes, I can't achieve this, so I should not try at all, because you think that you got some negative feelings from the failures. But Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is trying to say that we should never feel bad for the failures, because failures teach us so many new things. They push us to work hard, to stand again and work hard next time, so that we can achieve more than what we wanted at the first place. So this is how a life works. If we talk about the questions, let's see what does it ask. What happened when the first V2 missile was first tested in 1942? During their first test, it got exploded. The first test was not successful, but the after test was completely successful. Suppose if they stopped at the first test only, if they felt bad that we got failed during our first test, we should not continue it, we should not spend more money on it, it is a waste of money, it is a waste of time, it is a waste of labor, then what would happen? They would never be able to see the success that happened or that they got in the second test. This is how we should keep on moving. Second question, why had von Braun become a cult figure in the US? Cult figure, a figure that carries some kind of aura of positivity, aura of inspiration. So what were the reason that Werner von Braun has such kind of aura surrounding him? So there were so many reasons. One of the major reasons was that he launched the Saturn rocket during the Apollo mission which led a first man on the moon. So that's why, this is the reason why he had that cult value surrounding him. Next question, why does Kalam question the term workaholic? Why does he question the term workaholic? That I have already explained, because it falls under a negative sense. But what the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was doing, he was doing for the sake of happiness. He was getting the bliss, not for the sake of money only. He was not money minded, but he wanted to do something, achieve something for our nation. What were von Braun's feelings towards America? What does Braun say about America? That is, he talks about NIH, not invented here. Americans don't believe, or they don't have faith on the things which are not invented in America. So these were the views of Braun about American people or American government. What was von Braun's advice to Kalam about the SLV-3? Here he discusses about the successes and failures, that during the test of SLV-3 you can face, or you may face, so many troubles or hurdles, but you have to overcome all the hurdles and move forward, because your design is very unique, and one day you will accomplish this task of launching this satellite launch vehicle. Why did Kalam need total commitment in order to keep performing? Why does he need the total commitment? Total commitment means he has to throw away all his another likings or the things that he did in his leisure, because the mission he was on at that time, he needed the great time, he needed total devotion of his life so that he could achieve the task. The task was very much great, the task was very much laborious, which needed so much time. That's why Kalam says that the work they were having in their hands needed the total commitment, total devotion of them. Next, what does Kalam mean when he says that he had pushed a hold button on his life? Hold button. Hold means when we stop something. So he pushed a hold button on his life, means all the pleasures, all the other things that he used to do in his life, he had to stop all the other activities so that he could focus, he could devote his full attention on the mission that was in their hand at that time. Next, describe in your words the interaction between Kalam and Werner von Braun during their flight from Madras to Trivandrum. In this question, under this question, you can put all the things that they discussed on their journey, about successes and failures, about the vision, about the other thing, how Braun inspires Abdul Kalam to complete or to accomplish their task. What advice did von Braun give Kalam about hard work and vision? You have to keep on working hard and you must have the vision where you want to see yourself, where you want to see your project going in the future. Describe in your own words how Kalam explains the experience of flow. This is the flow of our actions, as one action leads to another and then another and then another. At last we get the success after accomplishing the task that is in our hand. So these are the things that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam wanted to know the youth, so that we can get some inspiration through their conversation between the two great personalities, Werner von Braun and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So this was all about this essay. I hope you have understood it, but still if you have any doubt, you can contact me anytime. Until then, take care, study hard, bye.